Hello, Professor Bright here, taking a glance at Cultist Simulator. Well, a early development build of Cultist Simulator. It's a game that is what it says on the tin, a simulator of being a cultist. Which, while I don't want to be one of the rank-and-file cultists, leading a cult of my own, well, that's interesting to me. Also interesting is the person who wrote here. It's Alexis Kennedy, the founder of Fail Better Games, who you should know from Fallen London and Sunless Sea. Two of the games with the best story as far as I can find, actually. Or at least the most interesting world. We can argue about story later. Right now, let's just dive right in, eh? Aspirant, alone in this chilly city with my useless education and my dreams. What now? Well, evidently, menial employment. Another shift, mopping the darkened hallways, delivering post to hollow-eyed invalids, trundling corpse-laden gurneys to the basement. And it's timed, you say? Interesting. Okay. Oh, pause. Yes. Halfway through your shift, the head porter beckons you aside. We won't require your services any longer, he says. Here, your last payment. I've lost my job. But now I have a little time to rest and my health improves. Dream has been unlocked. Well then. Once again, I dream of a glow beneath the filthy skin of the world, the light beyond the black wood, the pale door, the old man. So I plug cards into here. This does nothing, but perhaps I might eventually find another way to invest my funds in the future, if I have a future. Unskilled labor. Sure, what's this? The heart, relentless, beats to protect the skin of the world we understand. The heart is the principle that continues and preserves. Sure. Oh, good. An injury might happen at work. Well then. Oh yes, should give ourselves a name, shouldn't we? James. It's a respectable name. As fine as any. Pause again. Curious. Recall my dreams. I began when I spoke to the old man in the hospital. He knew my name, but he's dead now. The pneumonia. Why do I dream of him still? What's the cobalt light in my dreams? What is it indeed? Curious. Rest, reconsider your priorities, or risk yourself in exploration of the kingdoms of sleep. Can I do that? Can I do that? Nope. Can I do that? I can. A moonlit road. The road crests the hilltop and the air is silver bright. Ooh. Neat. But yes, time passes. I need funds to live, but perhaps this recent upset in my circumstances is a secret blessing. Is there something to my dreams? There's a change in the air, and because I can actually move these around, let's do that. So it's all organized and such. Okay. So the way it works is we wait for these things to trigger and feed cards into them. Okay. I understand the game mechanic. And apparently these cards expire or explode. Pause that real quick. Oh, delightful. I'm injured. I'll hobble painfully home with my wretched pay. Good. Can I work with contentment? No. Good. Have an injury. I need rest and nourishment if I'm to recover, but the Mother of Vance looks kindly on wounds. Dreaming with an injury will also allow you to recover health. Good to know. What's this? The knock permits no seal and no isolation. It thrusts us gleefully out of the safety of ignorance. The knock is the principle that opens doors and exposes horrible secrets. And then this is the heart. Ill health. I'm wrong. Perhaps I can rest and recover. No. Induces despair. This may cause despair. Well then. Also, love the music they got. Rumpled fields, the wink of a river, tingling chill, good. Pause, what was that? Well, there goes that contentment. A bequest arrives. A letter from a solicitor, the old man at the hospital, the one I dream of. His name in his will. I'll hear more soon. Yay? Okay, passion. I've seen a curious beauty in the waking world, and in my dreams I might sell a painting. I probably won't. Is an injury inspiration. Evidently it will serve? Maybe? Oh, hello. The old man has bequeathed me a little money and a packet of peculiar papers, poetry, riddles, metaphysical speculations. For the first time in months, here's some fuel for my reason. Study is unlocked. So if I dream of reason, dreams of a glory. There was once a man who said that the sleep of reason produced monsters. The Tree of Lights. A dream. In the breathy hush of a summer night, a tree hangs heavy with fruit. Each glows topaz or rose, brighter than a firefly, dimmer than a lamp. I could consume one, or I could watch them all flutter in the tree's sway. Enjoy the heady brush of the breeze. Just says more, doesn't... Don't know what to do with that. Funds? We'll see what happens there. Oh. I found a customer. She'll probably hang it in her spare bedroom and never look at it again. But her money's good. Contentment? Mystique. They remember who I am. Mysticism can be used to found a cult and to recruit followers, but it doesn't last long. And more passion. Useful, I suppose. What about moths? Knew a man who captured moths in a bell jar. On nights like this, he would release them one by one to die in the candle. Moth is the wild and perilous principle of chaos and yearning. And apparently dying in candles. Evidently. Study this bequest? Using passion? What about using mystique? No. Well then. That's what we're doing now. And we'll work with contentment? No. Mystique. I can found a society. I need assistants, companions, followers. I mean, I don't need them now, but sure. Always love more followers. Tradition and compulsion, old, new, or both together. You'll need lore to determine a founding principle for the cult. Curious. Pleasant day. And my correspondent describes my dreams exactly. They use names that are instantly familiar. The house, the wood, the hours, the glory. I sense here a power that generals and kings would envy. A new desire burns in me. There's a note here, directions to a bookshop that does not advertise its wares. Oh? It's occurred to me that I hold the key to power. This makes a dawn victory possible with the principle called the Forge. Dreaming about it might change the goal. Collection of poetry. The poet makes himself a seer by an immense long, deliberate derangement of all the senses. The opposite of wisdom, thankfully. Interesting. Always love this little hints of stuff. Cryptic directions to the obscure address of a certain Moreland, a dealer in the rarer sort of book. Okay, so ancient tomes from that guy. And notes on a possible collaborator. My correspondent had recorded his observations of me. He believed I had potential. He recorded his observations of someone else too. With time and study, perhaps I can find that person. Collect them all. But collect them and leave them elsewhere. I don't have lore, so I can't... Contentment is our founding principle. No, can hold... lore. A desire of knowledge is the natural feeling of mankind, and every human being whose mind is not debauched will be willing to give all that he has to get knowledge. Samuel Johnson. Not sure that's a real person, but kind of agree with that. Where's my reason, though? I kind of want to use reason instead of passion. I'm not... honestly, not much of a painter. But sure. Contentment depicting the Mansus. I recall something of the architecture of dreams. Interesting. Okay, let's see what that brings us, and hello. The Tree of Lights. The dawn will come, and I won't hasten it. Each fruit is an eye, but each eye is closed. A barber's warning. Contentment and funds. Interesting enough. And there's my reason back. Okay, a power of the wood enjoys the separation of the lock from the scalp. For attention, burn it. For opportunity, bury it. Study the lore of the wood, I guess? I'm curious what that... what if I feed more contentment into it? Yes. We will see what that does. Okay, we had a pleasant day, more contentment, useful. Funds go over there, reason's gonna stay over here. More contentment. When breath is black at the glass, when mist tautens the skin, rather. When woods walk in winter, we hear these words. Can we study more? Might as well use up some contentment. Lord knows I have no other use for it. Daylight should not touch this canvas. I'll get in trouble. A painting of the outer Mansus, you say? Nope. Doesn't belong there. Find clerical work. Find work which will spare my body, if not my mind. Seems a good idea, I suppose. But more to the point... No health is left, my life is slipping away. Oh, shoot. Well, we might have some problems. Can't dream on that, could probably study it. Okay, I have a junior position at Glover & Glover and a reason. We'll collect them all. Shoot. How would one... I guess reason, sure. Oh, wait. I've already used reason. I used my junior work at Glover & Glover. And, I think I'm dying, is the problem, you see. I don't know, dream about a barber's warning? Apparently I can't do that. I mean, if I'm gonna die anyway. Study a painting of the outer Mansus. Can't do that. Okay. Collection of poetry. Which needs 2 glimmerings to gain passion. Ah, I see. Notes on a possible collaborator? Have a name, description, a few tantalizing details, but there are 1,000 faces in this city. And I'm dying in 20 seconds, I think. Will anything fit here? Passion, no. Funds, no. I am going to die. Well, this could have gone better, I suppose. Sure, let's study. Or not, that's fine. Let's see this Moonlit Road, perhaps. Well then. I made a mistake. My body is dead. Where will they find me? I'm not here. In the end, my strength was insufficient to sustain my failing heart. I was starving and I had no health remaining. I should have ensured I had money to purchase essentials. I could have used Dream to rest and recover from my weakness. Well then. Now I know that. Begin one more descent. I want to just go a little bit further. If you don't mind. Ooh. We have options. Why not? We'll be a bright young thing, endowed from birth with wealth and talent. A life of ease, comfort, and delight stretches ahead like an amber carpet. Not a fan. As the patient descended into the final delirium, you made copious notes. In the buzzing heat of the night, you reread those notes, and they began, at last, to make a kind of sense. Curious. Today is the day I return to my post at the Institute. I have a position and a reputation. That should mean something. I suppose. James was a difficult patient. I had to take some time away after that business ended. Curious. Your name shall be... Nelope. Seems like a good name for a doctor. Pause. Finish early. The director has been sympathetic, but I must return to work full-time now. Okay, I really want to hold on to that health. I need that to not die, apparently. My notes spill from the desk drawer where I had thrust them. Yeah, keep working. Make money. Do things. Well, okay, I guess that's fine. The patient spoke of things that could have no meaning. The house without walls, the divided sun, the invisible light. But when I recall how they spoke of that invisible light, my heart surges. I can ignore the notes no longer. Time is now passing. I mean, study the notes then. Study the notes then. As I begin to read, I recall the delight in the patient's eyes, the music in their voice, but also the smell of the room where they lay. Curious. Okay, so I have reason, funds, and health. And while this is taking a long time, I presumably will be making a lot of money this way. No passion, though. Interesting, so the different legacies give you different starts and different resources. I've done some good. My patients are quieter than when I began. And I have to pause for a moment there. Keep working, of course. There's danking... Interesting. There's a danking, clinging smell to the institute halls that never quite leaves one. Perhaps it's the paint, perhaps it's the patients, perhaps it's something in the walls. Oh dear. The invisible light. In sleep I am a crooked tree, moths crawl my bark. Dawn begins, although the light is invisible. At its touch I straighten to reach for the sun. Odd moments of sense emerge. I had almost forgotten that curious excursion on the way to Moreland, but now I realize it was the way to Moreland. I've heard of this Moreland, a dealer in troublesome books. The rest of their raving, it means no more than it did before. How can a house lack walls? What is the glory they yearned for? But I can already sense the dreams waiting for me in sleep. Well, I failed to do this last time, so yes, find Moreland's shop. The directions to Moreland's shop are cryptic. When one deals in the kind of books my correspondent studied, one must be circumspect. If by correspondent you mean patient, yes. Because, you know, well, I suppose was this 1920 according to the aspirant beginning? So I guess they didn't really have HIPAA, or any of the privacy laws regarding patient confidentiality and all that. Interesting mechanic, though, this... I guess these consume card consumers? I don't know what you would call these. And then here's some resources, but some of these resources aren't resources. Some of these are what? Pause for a moment. Sorry. Question. I could give in to the dreams, but they will devour my reason. Just gonna give them one. The watchman is the door in the eye. To unlock my own eye, there must be a tiny sacrifice. This invisible light. When I wake, my face is racked with tears of joy. That light. Cleaner than anything I touch in waking life. But I saw that these dreams did to James in the end. It would not be wise or safe to follow them. Not all the way, but just a little bit, perhaps. We found Moreland's shop. An ill-lit street at an ill-favored bend in a lesser river. A soft yellow light through a grimy window. Miss Moreland nods as I enter, but doesn't rise. I never ask the names of my clients, she informs me before I have time to introduce myself. Fair enough. So curious. Now that I found a location, I can explore it, but... So before we had the option of joining or forming a cult, now we, seem to be exploring. Curious. Explore Moreland's shop. Money. Okay, take it. Takes time to sort the gold from the dross, the wheat from the chaff, the blood from the water. If I buy enough books, I'll find something interesting. Interesting indeed. You're just gonna progress. Dream, reason, dreams of a glory. See what that becomes, and then study, glimmering? Seek wisdom through indulgence. I've glimpsed something wonderful, but I can't grasp it, so I'll seek it in sensation. The pleasures of sight, flesh, and spirit, but all delights have their dangers. Oh, what? Pause. The wrong kind of attention. Huh. Well, first of all, this journey and window, a dream, the stained glass of my life, in a series of windows. Here I'm born, pink and appalling, over there I'll die. The sunlight slants to brighten the white boards of the floor with color. Everywhere they're pale as bone. A curious dreamer might lift them. Most would examine their life in windows. And then I want to use funds here, but... Okay, this is dangerous. Seems dangerous. Might not be dangerous, but that's a lot of money I'm spending. Okay, continue the work. Man, I'm imagining trying this without any of the pausing, and that just sounds terrible. Locksmith's Dream, Portions and Proportions. Alright, that's something to study. Have some funds, here you are. Continue to add to our library. See what that's about, and then we'll see what that's about. Oh. Keep working. No need to stop. I feel like it'd be nice if this just was from here. Like, instead of having these two cards in the... Good, more things. Okay, let's do this. Kindred Spirits. One of the patients at the Institute also has a bandaged eye. A self-inflicted wound, they say. Perhaps we'll speak soon. Old, unhappy, far-off things. Moth finds a light in the dark, and so do I. This watchman's eye. I wielded the knife in sleep. There's pain, but even the pain is a signpost. I've bound the wound, I'll tell them there was an accident. In the dream, I saw the door. Someday soon I'll pass it. A watchman's secret. It's been expressed like this. Each hour has its color, but color exists only where there is light. A notion, enlightenment. It's occurred to me that I hold the key to wisdom. This makes an enlightenment victory possible with the principle called the lantern. Dreaming about it might change it. Sooner or later, every locksmith has the dream. I am intrigued. Very much so. A watchman's secret. We'll see what some of this brings. And there goes that contentment. My name just now is clear. Any watchers remain in the shadows. A peculiar rumor, you say? Oh. The course of the heart. Whenever the principle of the heart is implicated, I may gain vitality. Okay. Collection of essays. Interesting. Let's study a few of those. Okay. They've shown my birth in the red church and my death where the woods turn white. The longer I look at the panes between, the brighter the sun. I don't know what to do with that. Can't... But I can explore that? No. Curious. Okay. If I experiment further, I may find another combination. I mean, if you say so. What would I dream of? You know what? Passion. See this Moonlit Road and all that. Ah, good. The enkindling of the soul. The tigers of wrath are wiser than the horses of instruction. What just disappeared? Oh, funds. Okay. But yes, perhaps that's true. In excess, I've become more myself. What's this about locksmiths? In this volume, Galmir records fewer dreams and explicates more of her own elaborate theories. Curious. I do want to save some resources. Okay, explore erudition. No. Alright, let's explore, I suppose, Moreland's shop then. Which I do need funds. Or can I pay with something else? No. And what's this business? Location. Locations, everyone must be somewhere, and I'm here. A location can contain anything except another location. As you say. My own heart pumps more strongly today. It's been said that blood and treasure are the costs of war, but blood is treasure. Vitality can sometimes be used to gain health. Curious. Okay. What if I use erudition to work? What if I use reason to work? I mean, the job at the Institute's doing pretty good, I think. Of course, I never got to see what the clerical work does, so there's some debate there. But I think we're doing something. My wound is healed, and so is theirs. They don't understand why they did it, but they dreamt of me that night. We are connected. Interesting. And now I can talk to Tristan. And add another collection of essays to my... my pile of resources. Now, this vitality, I'm curious. Nope. Nope. Okay. Let's throw Tristan here. Discuss occult business. Why not? Rumpled fields, the wink of a river, a tingling chill. Gives us contentment, which is going to expire in a moment. Whoosh. Nice effect. Good stuff. Although... yeah, we're going to wait till this study goes off before I... Sickness. I've become unwell. Oh dear. Well then. I will have to find out what vitality can be used for, but... thus the essence of these visions. What is below can't escape what is above. Okay. I see, he says. Erudition. Erudition. Oh. Study this collection of essays using... study esoteric philosophies. If I can afford to buy the necessary texts and journals, I can learn the disturbing philosophies of the new century, but many truths are hard to bear. Okay. I guess we'll see what that does. Skeleton songs. Poems of greedy delight composed by the possibly pseudonymous Arabella Dusk, the rumored heiress turned madam turned poetess. Well, we're already doing quite better, I guess? I do have to ask if I'm doing better or worse, I'm not sure. But I think we've seen more or less what the game is at the moment. And for me, what it is it's intriguing. This is something I want to give more time. I want to see what the finished product looks like, and even if it looks pretty much exactly like this, I'm kind of okay with that. Because right now I'm just trying to find combinations of these items that, you know, give me more insight, give me ideas of what's going on. Heck, I don't know what this study esoteric philosophy is going to turn out to be. Don't know if this position at the Institute is useful. Don't know much about any of this, actually. But I'm curious, and that's always a good sign when a game can keep you curious and asking questions and doesn't frustrate you. So yeah, I would say this game is worth a look. Cultist Simulator by Weather Factory. Definitely something to keep an eye on. But for now, thank you for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly. And I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.